Kanye West is being sued by his ex-personal assistant. The man who went viral for driving on a suspended license was actually the victim. And the world's first drug that can grow human teeth has been approved for human trials. Earlier this week, this man went viral for driving while on a suspended license. But he wasn't just driving, he was on a Zoom call with the judge, and there was a clerical error leading the judge to think that he was driving while on a suspended license, which had been lifted 2 years prior. Since then, everything has been cleared up, but the internet has really been going in on this guy because who would zoom into a court date for a suspended license while driving and using your phone while driving? So the internet has gone hard on this guy, and we owe him a huge apology. So Japanese researchers have developed the first of its kind drug to regrow human teeth. It's been approved for human trials. The drug has been highly successful while treating ferrets, mice with little side effects. Clinical trials in September will include adults, and secondary trials for children will come thereafter. Researchers are confident that the drug will be available to everybody by 2030. My question is, will it actually be affordable to those who actually need their teeth grown back? I guess we'll have to stay tuned to find out. Kanye West is being sued by his ex-personal assistant, Lauren Pisciata. She filed a lawsuit against him claiming he had terminated her employment after sending her explicit and sexual videos. And if you don't already know, Lauren Pisciata is an OnlyFans model who's reportedly earning $1 million from her content a year. And she was hired by Kanye in 2021. They met while they were working on his fashion line, and she also had collaborated on some songs with him, at least 3 on his album Donda. So one of the biggest things for Kanye was he asked her to delete her OnlyFans account, promising to pay her $1 million annually in return. Though some feel that he should have been paying her more because he asked her to forego her brand and her company, which is essentially what an OnlyFans profile is. She was building for herself, and now she's just working for Kanye. But she agreed and started working for Kanye in 2021. But on the other hand, she didn't have to do explicit content for the internet. But it wasn't long after hiring her that Kanye started being Kanye. Because Lauren alleges that soon after she started working for him, he started sending her a series of text messages. So this is a message sent from Kanye to Lauren. I'm not going to read it for you. I literally don't feel comfortable reading these words. It's just the type of stuff you don't say to your employees. It should be reserved for somebody you're already being intimate with. I feel like there's some leaps and bounds you have to make before just going straight here. But honestly, what's worse and more uncomfortable than some of these messages is when they'd be on professional business calls, Kanye would be doing something to himself while they would be discussing business. And then he would inquire with her if she could hear him, making things that much more uncomfortable, awful, and awkward to deal with. Now, Lauren says he was fixated on the scale of the members of her past boyfriends. I tell you what, when you start making millions of dollars, it really brings out the weird in everyone. And I'm honestly surprised that this has not happened sooner. I wouldn't be surprised if more people came out saying that they received the same sort of treatment that Lauren did. Kanye would not only send her text messages, but he would actually send her videos of him with other women. I guess he was trying to prove to her that he had what it takes. But at the end of the day, money makes people go crazy. So eventually, after having promoted her to Secretary of Chief and giving her a pay bump up to $4 million a year, he decided to fire her. Probably didn't feel like it was all worth it in the end. He wasn't really getting out of it what he wanted to get out of it. And Lauren was down with the $3 million severance that he was gonna give her. She's like, after all I've been through, I wanted to quit anyways. So this makes it that much easier for me. I'll take my $3 million and I don't have to deal with this on the daily anymore. But the problem is, Kanye did the most Kanye thing of all, which is not pay her the money. She's probably tried to collect it from him numerous times, probably let him know that she's gonna let the media know about all of this, but that didn't stop Kanye from not forking over the money. So here we are. Now, I don't know how much Lauren's gonna be suing him for. Obviously, way more. She's suing him for breach of contract, sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and a hostile work environment. Who knows how much all this is gonna cost? He should have just paid her the $3 million if he wanted to save his own ass. But Lauren is not not playing around. And just so you know, there's been tons of reports of Kanye not paying people. That goes as far as music producers for their work, staff. You already know he'll sample somebody's song without even letting them know, and they'll hear about it when the record comes out. But I even personally know engineers that have worked with him directly that have been fired after doing a fantastic job for him just because they were excited for him. I kid you not, being fired for smiling. I'm not making this up. I'm also not going to say who it was, but you can't be happy for Kanye. If you're happy for Kanye, he's gonna fire you. So in the end, Kanye on the daily is getting himself in more trouble than it's worth. Bud needs to relax, pay her severance, and clean up his entire act, because Kanye's worst enemy is Kanye. But what do you guys think about this?